Let's talk about when a man chooses peace, power, and partnership, you get Prince Harry. It's always interesting how people talk about Prince Harry. They act like he was led astray, he was bewitched, he was controlled, anything to avoid the truth that makes them uncomfortable. And that is the fact that Harry is one of the most emotionally secure, self aware men of his generation. And the day he chose Meghan, he confirmed it. Because a man who is insecure does not choose a woman like her. A man who is weak doesn't protect a woman like her. And a man who is unsure of himself doesn't walk away from a whole institution for peace. His choice wasn't confusion, it was clarity. Because Harry didn't leave for Meghan. People get it twisted. They think he left for her. He left because he finally loved someone enough to stop tolerating dysfunction. That is the part that people pretend not to understand. Harry didn't wake up one day and suddenly change. He grew, he healed, and he evolved. And he met a woman who expected emotional adulthood, not royal obedience. Meghan didn't make him leave. She made the cost of staying unmistakably clear. For the first time in his life, he encountered a partner and not a prop, a woman with agency and not a decorative title, a woman who expected reciprocity, not silent endurance, a woman who valued mental health over public image, a woman who refused to shrink for institutional comfort. Oh, this is deep. And here's the truth that nobody wants to say. They knew she would leave because Harry said that in his book. Everyone around them knew that Meghan was going to leave. They just never expected that he would follow her because they underestimated him. They assumed that he was so broken, so lonely, so desperate for approval that he would accept any treatment just to belong. They were wrong. A man raised in chaos who chooses peace is a man who has done the work. Harry grew up watching grief being weaponized, his mother being hounded, emotional neglect being normalized, press intrusion being minimized, trauma being dismissed, and his image prioritized over humanity. He could have repeated the cycle. In fact, it would have been the easiest thing in the world for him to repeat the cycle because many men do. But instead of recreating his childhood dysfunction and trauma, he did something radically different. He created a blueprint for his wife, for his children, and for himself. This is a sign of a healed man, not a controlled one and not a controlling one. A man who isn't healed repeats the pain he grew up with. A man who has healed protects others from the pain he grew up with. And here's the thing that many people don't want to acknowledge. Weak men absolutely choose women that they can control. Secure men choose women who challenge them to grow. Harry didn't marry a silent, decorative ornament. He married a woman who has a voice, has a point of view, has a global platform. It was his equal intellectually, matches his humanitarian spirit, brings her own shine, has her own money, has her own career, and doesn't depend on his hierarchy. Weak men cannot handle that. Mediocre men resent that. And insecure men fight that. But Harry, as a secure man, he celebrates all that because Harry is not intimidated by Meghan's education, by her visibility, by her background or influence. He isn't threatened by her career or her opinions. He isn't emasculated by her strength. Only men who stand on shaky ground feel destabilized by strong women. Harry stands firmly, and that's why he could choose a woman who stands firmly too. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur. Please click the link in my bio for your copy. And for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me.